has been confirmed to us that the car found at the bottom of a ravine outside Washington, D.C. was indeed the one rented by local District Attorney Henry North. The body found inside is believed to be North. Police are still investigating what may have caused the tragic crash. North was set to head into court this week for the Stuart Chandler murder trial.
Are you okay? You don't look so well, baby.
Mrs. North.
Come on, you need to sit. Baby, did you know about North?
How could I have known? I just got the call. Listen, I gotta go. They're gonna want me to coordinate this with the DC police, okay? I'll call you as soon as I know more. Feel better?
Hey, maybe you should lie down.
I can't. I've got a conference call with Fusion. I'll see you at home.
Yeah.
Randie, take care of yourself.
I will. Jesse, what are we gonna do?
You stress, it's not good for the baby.
But they found the car already?
Well, they were bound to, sooner or later. I wish it were later, but it's not a problem, okay?
How can you say that?
Because I'm going to be a part of the investigation. All right, I'll give them my professional advice that there was no skid marks because he fell asleep at the wheel. The head wound is consistent with injuries sustained in the crash. Case closed. There's nothing to worry about.
Jesse, I killed a man. How am I supposed to live with that?
Randie, self-defense, all right? The man was about to rape you. You were protecting yourself and your baby.
What if the police find out? What if there's DNA or if there's a witness?
That's my department. You just make sure your alibi is airtight. Now, you told Frankie you were going away on business, right?
For Kendall, but that I missed my flight.
You find Kendall. You seal it up on that end. You have to be verifiable.
Why did I ever go to Washington?
I will fix this. I promise.
With the sudden death of Pine Valley District Attorney Henry North, the murder trial of Kendall Hart Slater has been thrown into question.
You want a cracker? You look a little queasy too now.
You know, your dad was in Washington, D.C. last night.
So? Wait. You think he has something to do with North's death?
Now, you know how he felt about Henry North, his tactics. I mean, Jesse's been so worried about this trial, and then this morning, he told me that he probably wouldn't have to testify, and that everything would work out for Kendall. Now, Henry North is dead, the trial is in limbo, and I have this feeling, Frankie, I don't like it.
Listen, Dad is not a killer. It doesn't matter how upset he gets or who gets in his face.
When will I...
Is this your earring, Mrs. North?
Not my style. It must belong to whoever was with Henry last night.
He started touching me. He started just... He put his hands on me and he wouldn't stop.
Detective Beckett, Jesse Hubbard, Police Chief, Pine Valley PD. Can we talk?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
What brings you to D.C.?
I'm joining the investigation.
My jurisdiction.
My district attorney.
We'll keep you informed.
Well, Governor Brooks says otherwise. You and your boys, you'll handle the accident site. I will handle the DA's extracurricular activities.
Why would the governor of Pennsylvania care if the Vic was messing around on his wife?
Well, because his wife is a Beardsley. Her family helped put this guy in the governor's mansion. And if it gets out that this guy died entertaining a hooker, well, that kind of stink can rise all the way up to the governor's mansion. I think this guy would like to avoid that kind of press.
Enjoy. I've got plenty of other public servants to clean up after.
I actually tracked you down because I wanted to apologize. I was supposed to have a meeting with a distributor, and I missed the meeting because of airline trouble.
Yeah, Zach mentioned something about that. Well, I think if you apologize to anyone, it should be my mom. I didn't really know anything about it. Maybe Zach is right. I should probably spend more time doing stuff at Fusion.
Don't worry, we can manage. You have enough to worry about. I just want you to know, I think it's terrible the way that DA went after you.
Well, I don't have to worry about that anymore, do I? This may sound awful, but I'm glad he's gone. I doubt anyone misses him.
Mrs. North, I'm really sorry about your loss, and I'm sorry you had to find out about this.
My husband has been doing this for years.
Chief Hubbard?
Why are you here?
I was gonna ask you the same thing. How you doing?
My husband's dead. How do you think I'm doing?
Any sign of foul play?
Why, you here to confess?
No, just making sure Kendall doesn't get charged for another crime she didn't commit. She was at Chandler's last night, for the record.
For the record, I was informed by my crew that she was lucky she wasn't arrested again.
Yeah, so we're clear.
Is there anything else I can help you with? I gotta get back to this.
There is one thing. How exactly are you helping the locals?
It's tying up some loose ends.
You mean covering up, don't you, Chief Hubbard? I'll know what my husband was doing here. I would prefer if the rest of the world did not.
Your husband died in a car crash. Press doesn't need to know anything else.
So there will be no mention of the earring that was found?
No.
Thank you. Henry always took great care to cover his own tracks, so hopefully his private affairs will die with him.
An earring, huh? You think it was Randy's?
What does Randie have to do with any of this?
Let's assume for one moment that you and I have the same information.
What, that Randie had an out-of-town business meeting, but morning sickness changed her plans and she stayed in Pine Valley?
Chief?
Anything else?
Making sure everything's covered.
What you got?
When I got on scene, I asked the hotel to turn over the security tapes.
You got the tapes?
That's the problem. Hotel says they're missing.
What happened? Do they suspect anything?
Your earring.
Oh my God, I completely forgot all about that. Did the cops find it?
Yeah. They didn't know it belonged to you. And they never will find out. But there is something else. The security footage of the corridor outside North's room, it's missing.
Security footage? Did you take it?
No, apparently North did. His wife said the man is a master at covering his tracks, so my guess is he paid security to pull the tapes before you even showed up at the hotel.
So, no tapes means...
No earring, no proof that you were ever there.
You wanted to see me?
Come in. I have something that I think you're going to find very interesting. This is Henry's. Case files, notes, strategy for the trial. Every dirty trick he was going to trot out to crucify your wife. Whoever's taking over for the prosecution would do anything for this. It's yours.
You did it. You killed your husband.